You know, we really consider ourselves very lucky in Puerto Princesa because God, the greatest architect of all, has made Puerto Princesa a masterpiece, making our governance much, much easier. Ang gagawin lang po namin is to protect and conserve what God has created. But although we're very serious in our environmental programs, there are still a lot of people who would like to destroy the good things that we would like to bring to Puerto Princesa. And in our effort to protect the environment, I would like to give you a brief profile of Puerto Princesa, what we were in the past and what we are now. Puerto Princesa is the center of the Long Island province of Palawan. We are still the capital, but sooner we will no longer be the capital because we've been declared as a highly urbanized city and is totally independent of the province already. Our land area is considered the biggest in the Philippines. Sabi nila ang Davao daw, but Davao became a city ahead of us. When we became a city, hindi na rin nabago yung features. And one thing that I can be truly proud of in Puerto Princesa, yung nung blessings na binigay ni Lord, we are outside the typhoon belt, we don't have earthquakes, and we don't even have volcanoes to be afraid of. Ang Puerto Princesa po is also one of the very few cities that is foot and mouth disease free. We are also, I think, one of the very few cities that has been certified and accredited as ISO 9001-2000 compliant. There are two, thank you. In line with our Sustainable Development Program, we can only promote two major industries. That is tourism, which account for great income now for the city of Puerto Princesa, and agriculture, where we concentrate on fishing. For the information of everybody, Puerto Princesa in particular and Palawan in general supply 50% of Metro Manila's needs, fish needs and seafood requirements, which means that we are feeding millions of people every day from Metro Manila. But Puerto Princesa in the past was a place only very few people bothered to know. We were a people in a city without a defined direction. Whatever information people knew about us were conjured images of a not so wholesome place to stay. Our streets were so dirty, and garbage remained uncollected for days, and sometimes weeks. Our forest cover had been greatly reduced because of illegal logging, kaingin or slash and burn farming, and charcoal making. Likewise, great devastation has been noticed in our coastal areas because of cyanide, trawl, and dynamite fishing. The footage you're seeing now is one of the most destructive forms of illegal fishing called muroami. When we apprehended this vessel, which is owned by a congressman, there are about 250 young children on board living miserably. And they do not only destroy the coral reefs, but they also exploit the children. This was the gloomy situation in 1992, before I decided to run, or before my friends or foes, depending on how history will judge them, pushed me in the political arena. Undisciplined police force, uncooperative populace, absence of a master plan, lack of roads, poor medical services. This was the situation when I ran in 1992 through the instigation of my friends. This was the movie made after my life. Kamukha ko po dyan si Fernando po Jr. Paborito ko yan kasi nalaglag yung bigote ni Fernando po dyan nung nagsushooting kami. Anyway, that was the start of the long agony on environmental protection. Immediately after we won, we went around the different barangays. Just to give you an idea of how big Puerto Princesa is, we have 66 barangays. And one barangay alone can easily fit in the entire Metro Manila area. Isang barangay ho lang namin kasi yung buong Metro Manila. So, ganun ho kalaki yung Puerto Princesa. Yung barangay na yan, barangay Iwahig, where dati nga po 40,000 hectares yun eh. So, ito po yung vision na napagkasunduan namin after going around the communities and getting the inputs of the different barangay officials to be a model in sustainable development. And the guiding principles are protect, rehabilitate, and plan. Ito naging very controversial. There are a lot of people asking me because other local government units are so afraid to make environmental protection the centerpiece of their of their administration's trust. And so they ask me, why sustainable development? Why the environment? Why not education, economy, health? Bakit inuna mo yung environment? Why? Ang sagot ko po dyan, why not? Everything that we enjoy in life today comes from Mother Earth. The food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the shelter, the clothing that we enjoy are all products of Mother Earth. And so if we destroy our environment, we destroy life itself. All throughout the world, our ecology is being destroyed by man, not only because of need, but more so because of greed. Illegal logging, kaingin, illegal farming, illegal fishing are activities that have exacted its toll with our environment. And environment, on the other hand, have started to rebel against humanity. You know, looking at this video, I was reminded of an article that I read one Sunday morning in the Philippine Daily Inquirer. It was written by Red Constantino of Greenpeace. And the title of that article is Graver Threats to the World Than Terrorism. And it read, and I quote, that with all the heated discussions about national security in the Philippines and Southeast Asia, there is one curiously missing ingredient or topic that remain to be silent in the discussions on national security. This single threat could just define the future well-being or ruin of the country and of the region. Some call it global warming. Our scientists call it climate change. This is one single threat facing our planet today, and it will only get worse unless we move and do something today. Ito po yung nangyari sa amin sa Puerto Princesa. Nung kami manungkulan, we have experienced a lot of sad stories about the destruction of the environment in Puerto Princesa. And so when we took over in 1992, we immediately launched 3 major programs that we call KKK, Kalinisan, or cleanliness. And when we talk of cleanliness, it's not only cleaning up the surroundings, but also trying to inculcate the good moral values to our people. When we talk of peace and order or katahimikan, it does not only mean the peace and order in the streets, but also peace and order in the environment. And when we say progress, it's not only uplifting the life of our people, but also the air that we breathe and the water that we drink. And I'm glad to report to you that in the area of cleanliness, Puerto Princesa has already been elevated to the Hall of Fame for consistently winning the Clean and Green Award of the national government.